Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been such a long time. I'm so glad to be here. I've just been so busy. Things have been going on in my life, and I think I'm gonna start maybe vlogging about them, about the things that are happening. We'll see. I'm still kind of on the fence about it, but I'll make a decision soon. I am excited for today's reading. Thank you so much for joining me again. I'm so happy that you're here. I hope everything has been well with you. Today's reading is going to be really cool. It is, what can you expect for the rest of your 2023? So we're definitely going to look at some present energies, but we're also going to get into some of those future energies as well. Specifically in 2023, but of course the timeline and everything might not be as exact as I necessarily want, but as you may know, these readings are typically more so based on energy anyway. So if you watched it later on past 2023 or some other year or something like that, but you resonate with the reading, then it's still for you. I'm going to go ahead and insert a close-up of the choices. You have 5 choices to choose from left to right. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You can choose from the images, you can choose from the numbers. I went ahead and placed some of my personal oracle cards. I wouldn't really call them oracle cards. I call them more so tarot oracle cards. Some of you may know I'm still working on my deck. I did plan on releasing them much sooner, but again, things started to happen in my personal life that kind of made it a little bit more impossible, at least for the time being, but I'm still diligently working on them. These are the first cards that I have so far. I have some more finished, but they're just kind of samples. They're kind of drafts. They're not completely finished. I still need to add the titles onto them, but the first one is going to be the what is this one called? I already forgot. The Hermit. There we go. Wow, that took me a while. That was a brain fart. You'll get to know why I have a brain fart right now. But yes, the first one is going to be the Hermit card. So this is number 1. If this is resonating with you, you can also flip it over. You can read it both ways. But if this is resonating with you, then you want to choose pile 1. And the timestamps are going to be down below. The second stack is for those of you who choose the star card in my deck. Again, this is not finished. This is just a draft. I'm still going to make some edits and stuff like that, and again add the title. But this is a star card. It's an Aquarius card. So if you're resonating with this card, then you want to choose pile number 2. Timestamps are going to be down below. Now, if you're resonating with this gorgeous pink card, this is my Tower card in my Lover's Mythology deck. And this is going to be pile 3. If you resonate with my Strength card, then you want to choose pile 4. Timestamps are down below, you guys. And if you want to choose the Lover's card, if you resonate with the Lover's card, you don't necessarily have to go by these cards, but obviously they do play a role. But if you want to go with this Lover's card, then you're going to choose pile 5. Timestamp is down below. Okay? Let's get started. What is in store for you for the rest of your 2023? Let's get started with those who picked pile 1. Okay, so you're getting Ship and the Tree. For your Lenormand cards, this is kind of the overarching message, overarching theme of your reading. And then you're also getting Concentration and Convention. Interesting. Okay. And I noticed there is a child right here. Very like chubby looking youthful figure. That is definitely a child. So I'm getting kind of like foster home vibes. Just, you know, like traditional vibes as well, but more on that later. It makes sense too with the tree there. The tree for me has a lot to do with family and tradition and things that have been around for a long time. Okay, Queen of Swords and the Fool. This is so interesting. So Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy is showing up. Some Aries maybe as well. Actually do this, and then you also get Eight of Wands and the Sun. Oh my gosh, that's so good. The Sun is coming up for your reading, so that is a good sign. Next to the Eight of Wands, it looks like you want to talk to somebody. You want to speak with someone. Communication is important to you at this time. I do believe this is a current energy, so you kind of want to talk to somebody. You want somebody to reach out to you. You kind of want to get to a solution or a resolution in whatever it is that's, you know, bothering you at the moment. You have new beginnings, so this is amazing. New beginnings. I love that with the Sun here, also with the ship signifying travel and movement. And then you also have Mat, fairness. The situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. So this is definitely good news, because I feel like some of you guys have been wondering that, especially with the Eight of Wands and the Sun there, as well as concentration. It's like you have your mind on a problem or an issue and you want to solve it. Look at that, regeneration. So some of you guys have gone through some sort of heartbreak, or something really fell apart in your life that you didn't expect, and maybe you're also afraid. Maybe you're on the brink of that. Maybe things are a little bit rocky in your relationship, whatever, in your family, but there's definitely something that's feeling a little bit shaky right now. You also have the crown chakra, so 2023 is definitely going to be a spiritual year for you. It's going to be a year of spiritual growth, spiritual awakening, deepening your spiritual practice, and just overall getting more in tune with your true self, as well as your heart's desire. Vulnerability. Open your heart and allow yourself to be tender. Yeah, so actually this goes hand in hand with the crown chakra, because I think that as you deepen your spiritual practice and as you get to know yourself spiritually, or at least get more in tune with that higher self of yours, as well as your true purpose here on earth, you also at the same time simultaneously allow yourself to be more vulnerable in your relationships and in just a general sense in the world. So a lot of opening up your heart and all of that for you this year. So I'm also seeing a lot of confusion. I think that you are kind of questioning your decision making. You're just questioning whether you're making the right decisions, whether this is the right thing for you to do, with whether this is the right person for you, this kind of thing. Like you're questioning whether something is right for you, and so you're really concentrated on this at the moment. This is your general energy. What I'm looking at now is how that energy is going to slowly start shifting as this new year, as 2023 kind of, you know, how do you say this, as 2023 kind of goes along its 2023-ness, as time passes, as you will. So yeah, like right now I am feeling some stuck energy, and I think that's also partly why you chose this card here, which is the Virgo card. As you can see here, she's meditating, and this person, this man here that's on another side of the planet or maybe another location, is maybe offering her his energy. They're connected in some way. There's a sense of enlightenment that's requiring two of these people's energies to, you know, unionize and work together. So I'm definitely seeing that there's someone here that's going to be a big part of your 2023, whether it be a friend or like a colleague or something like that. You could definitely, you know, find help or get help from someone's idea, someone's suggestion, someone's advice. At the same time though, as you can see, it does require that you ask yourself what you want, ask yourself what is important to you, ask yourself, you know, these important questions. I think that it requires you tuning into yourself, getting, you know, into your center, and just taking a deep breath, you know, trying to sort out through the noise and all the stuff in your brain that is no longer serving you. I think that there's a lot of noise, and this upcoming year, or not this upcoming year, but these upcoming months, as the year kind of goes on, you are going to just be able to tune into your intuition more vividly and more clearly. And I can see that you actually have a very, very big decision here. But it looks like also with the Virgo Hermit mode, you could be a Virgo, you could be dealing with a Virgo, but it's also a lot to do with meditation again, and also kind of being more receptive, being more in your feminine, kind of asking the universe by listening. So seeking answers by listening, and also kind of also being in your hermit mode. Maybe you've kind of been super busy, like into your social life. If that is the case and you feel like there's an imbalance here, this is now a call for you to take some time for yourself, to kind of get some quiet time, to build your sacred space, and just, you know, follow your instinct, follow your gut, and go from there. Yeah, so with the ship in the tree here, I think that maybe some of you are considering moving. Possible health issues with a loved one, or your own health issues. I also think that you're considering a lot of like your things in your culture, whether or not you want to maybe teach that to your children, to pass that on, or if you want to change that. It could be having to do with your partner, your husband. That's why the Eight of Wands and the Sun is here, as well as the Queen of Swords and the Fool. There's like something that you kind of want to change, like, but you want to make the right decision. So, you know, take that as you will. It really depends on your own situation. I can get into the specifics, but it really won't be helpful right now. But definitely there is communication that you want to have. You could also be wanting to open up to someone and share how you really feel about them, or you want to overcome an issue. It looks like with the regeneration here, it could definitely be a message of mending a broken relationship, a broken friendship, or something like that. And there is a new beginning for this relationship as this shows up. So there's hope there, you know, especially with vulnerability here. That is definitely something that could be, if you're wondering, like, is there hope for this connection? There is. It could be a matter of time, but definitely there is hope for this connection. And I also realized that regeneration is a 10, which simplifies to 1, and new beginnings is a 1. So yeah, there is something new that's coming. A lot of you, maybe it's a child or a baby or something, and you're talking about how you want to raise this child, you know, how you, like, maybe you guys have different, maybe you come from different cultures or religions or something like that. So there's a huge kind of conversation to be had. But it looks like there is, regardless of what your situation is, there is definitely potential for mending and for this situation to be solved and for a good outcome to come of it. You know, with the Eight of Wands and the Sun there, the communication can be positive, even if it's been negative in the past. The situation will be handled in a fair and just manner, right? So it's definitely possible for things to get better. So that's what I'm seeing for you, Group 1. I'm seeing that this year is definitely a lot of deep diving for you, and mending of a relationship, reconnecting, getting closer, a lot of forgiveness here. I'm also seeing a possible move for you, or consideration to move. Yeah, could be moving closer to the beach as well, but that's not for everybody. But also, it's definitely possible that this could just be changing maybe religions or something like that, or converting, if that's the correct word for it. Potentially could have to do with your family, your child, and all of that stuff. Lots of big decisions. Could be about buying a home as well, so that's definitely possible options for you. Okay, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day or evening or afternoon, wherever you are. Bye. Hello, group 2. If you picked this star card, let's go ahead and get started with your reading. Okay, so you have the bear and the stars. Again, 2 stars here. This is your overall, overarching energy for your message. The bear and the star. I think that your concern here pertains to your success financially and in the world. You have discrimination and endurance. So some of you could be experiencing discrimination, maybe in the workplace or dealing with something like that. And maybe that's why you're kind of wanting to know if it'll be resolved. With the star here, there's definitely big blessings on the way in that regard. Okay, so we also have the 7 of Wands and the 8 of Wands. So, okay, so there's definitely some sort of conflict here. This is interesting. It's almost like you're dealing with a chaotic situation full of ego. I don't know necessarily who's at fault, but it's looking like there's some alphas who are kind of butting heads here, and everybody wants to be right, or someone wants to be right, but at the same time you want to hold your ground, they want to hold their ground. So, and I see that here, if you can see here, you know, this man is battling a lion. It's a lot like strength. But so there's like, you're trying to overcome something, and maybe you're battling like a company or something, you're feeling discriminated, or a boss, or you just feel like you're overpowered almost. And it could have something to do with work as well, or your business, or some kind of company. With the 6 of Coins, oh my gosh, and the 6 of Cups, wow. That's definitely very powerful energy. It's powerful healing energy. Okay. So it looks like this is a message that, you know, your subconscious knows that you're all good, like everything's going to be fine, but your ego is in this scarcity mind, or a scarcity mode, and you're feeling like, you know, you're never going to have enough, you know, you're never going to win this, or things are always going to be bad for you. But deep inside, like, there's a sense of peace and familiarity and security in your life, and wherever you are, like, it's just with you. It's almost like you have guardian angels, you know, helping you out. But in your conscious mind, in your ego space, there's a lot of conflict and uncertainty and doubt and fear and all of that, and it's really creating a lot of noise for you. I think that, especially in the present energy, we're going to get into the future energy in a little bit, but presently, what will really be helpful for you is to have more trust, not only in yourself, but also in the universe. And if you believe in guardian angels, in your guardian angels. If you believe in God, then in God. And if you're atheist, then in yourself, you know? Like, you have this capacity to overcome. But right now, maybe it's not feeling like that, or maybe at some point in the 2023, as you're dealing with this situation, it'll feel like that. I hope you can remember that you will overcome this, and in those times where you feel like the walls are closing in, you will overcome it. So just remember to trust in yourself and your gut. Like the 6 of Coins and the 6 of Cups, I know that these have different meanings, but together with the whole entire spread, it is telling me that you are truly protected and looked after. If something or someone is looking after you, you have a mission here on earth. And, you know, you're not gonna fail. Well, maybe you will fail at some point in other things, but in the grand scheme of things, with the bigger picture in mind, you're not going to fail. Yeah, look at that. Pride is showing up. You're also getting exactly infinite supply. You are supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. I did not look at these cards. What was I just saying? you have the infinite supply. And that's what I was saying. Like, I'm feeling like this scarce energy with you. Like, you're feeling like you're never gonna have enough, you're always gonna lose, this and that, like you're never gonna make it. The bear and the stars with 2 stars here is literally telling me that you will overcome your obstacles. I think that this is with like a project for some of you, and you're feeling like it's a failure and you're very scared that you're going to fail. That's not true. Like, just keep pushing, keep trusting yourself, your instincts in this, and enduring, and you will definitely succeed. Don't let your pride get in the way as well. Loyal heart, yeah. I love that for you. Hope, nice. 17. Another star, by the way. So you're getting another star right there. And then Yamaya. Grandmother Ocean, Primordial. Look at that. Nice little photo with a mermaid and a baby. So remember that thing when I told you, like, I felt like someone is looking after you? Do you see how she's like in this circular position here? Notice how these 2 cards, the cards that were bringing up feelings of, you know, someone watching over you, like maybe a loved one or an ancestor or something like that, or motherly energy, like it's also in a circular kind of position or shape. And that is exactly what I was trying to convey earlier. It's like, there's a sense of safety. Look how she's protecting this child. Like, maybe you're this child, maybe you're thinking about your child, maybe you're having a child, and you're not exactly sure if you can provide for this child. There's a lot of insecurity in a way. Maybe you were not cared for as a child, but see how you're being protected now. You are being protected. You are being enclosed in this protective circle. And this is underlying everything that's going on in your life. You need to, and this is my friendly advice, take it or leave it, but you need to drop these negative stories that you're telling yourself in the moment. It's not helping you in any way whatsoever. You need to just believe that there is someone or something, a spirit, God, you know, or if you don't believe in that yourself, something is watching out for you. You're watching out for yourself, you know. You are much more capable than you are feeling right now. I think that is really a good message for you. Now, in terms of a loyal heart here, it could be like an actual living person. Maybe you're in a relationship. Maybe there's someone in your life that really is your true friend, like they say. And maybe you're questioning that, you know. With this 2 star cards here, this is very powerful. With hope here, you can see that this is also signifying hope, right? And that's kind of what I wanted to convey with this card. But there is hope for this. There's hope for you. There's hope for this situation. And with the loyal heart here, I am seeing that despite the maybe chaos that's happening potentially in some of your relationships, there is potential reconciliation, and someone has definitely got your back. So don't feel alone in this. You're not alone. If it feels like you are, maybe you're feeling like you can't trust this person, and that's definitely a possibility with this 8 of Wands and 7 of Swords. Maybe you're fighting right now, getting into arguments, non-stop arguments. Like, this is just temporary, you know. With endurance here as well, eventually with endurance, you're going to overcome this issue, this roadblock in your relationship. Because guess what underlies all of that? What underlies that is a loyal heart. Like, you guys have a good connection underneath it all. Now it makes sense as well with the 6 of Cups. Like, you know, all of what's being said and all of these issues that are coming up, especially if this is dealing with a relationship, all of this is coming up to make you stronger, to solve an issue, to get to a resolution of whatever it is that you guys are arguing about. And I think that maybe pride is getting in the way. Pride is perhaps what's causing the arguments here. It's because you guys want to win, right? And it's clear with your cards. Someone here wants to win. Someone wants to be right. And I think really it's the both of you. Like, you both want to be right. You both don't want to back down, but someone's going to have to apologize. Someone's going to have to be like, okay, you know, maybe, you know, let's come to a compromise. Or I see your point. I'm sorry. I'll be the one to say sorry first. Like, someone's gonna have to lower themselves and apologize. Even though you want to be right, I think that this relationship is much more valuable, or this situation is much more valuable than letting your pride get in the way. And if this is a matter of having enough finances, or, you know, career success or something like that, like, you know, with the 6 of Pentacles or 6 of Coins, this is all about abundance and having enough, having more than enough that you can share it. This is almost like a little bit of a nest egg. Like, this is like, you know, a good amount of money resting or sitting in your bank account for emergencies. So there's a sense of security there, and there is also a sense of security with the loyal heart and the 6 of Cups. So, you know, if you were to fall, there's going to be a net catching you, essentially. Even if you don't have that in your bank account, there will be an opportunity that opens up. There will be doors that open for you. Someone will have your back. You just have to seek out, you know, help and lower your pride, be vulnerable, a little bit like what group 1 was kind of talking about. So you guys could potentially be connected. But yeah, group 2, some good news. I think that whatever it is that you're worried about, especially if it pertains to a relationship or a career or a business of some sort, like, it'll be overcome in 2023. You'll make headway with that, and you'll really break through some of those roadblocks that you feel like are insurmountable at the moment. Yeah, you have an infinite supply. You are supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it resonated with you. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and share if you feel like it. I would really appreciate it. Let me know also if you have any suggestions. Hold on, let me just get some water. Okay, group 3, for those of you who picked this tower, pink, gorgeous tower. Let me see if I can get up close for you. Yeah, let's get started with your reading. All right, so for your overarching energy, you get the Lady in the Clouds. Okay, so maybe some of you are wondering about a certain person in your life. If you're a male, you are maybe, or if you're a heterosexual man, you might be wondering about a lady, and maybe you're not sure if she's the right person for you or what to do in that regard. With the Tower here, maybe your relationship came crashing down, or maybe she said something, did something, they did something that kind of made you question where you stand. Charity and flirtation. Interesting. So charity and flirtation tells me a couple things, especially next to these 2 cards. It's almost like someone needs to just humble themselves and not necessarily admit wrong, but just, you know, use the benefit of a lighthearted energy and approach to the situation, even though you feel angry, even though you feel resentment. You know, be the person that approaches them first, be the person that communicates first, especially with charity here. Is what I'm feeling for now. Let's see what other messages come up for you. Okay, so the Knight of Pentacles and the Hierophant. Some of you guys are considering marriage, like a very serious commitment with somebody. Marriage, life partnership. You maybe want to propose to somebody, but you're not sure if this is the right person. Okay, because with the Tower here, the Lady in the Clouds, there's some sort of uncertainty. If you're a lady, a woman watching this, maybe you're a heterosexual woman, it really doesn't matter the gender thing. Just please, you know, make sure the 2 kind of switch it around for your own situation. Otherwise, we're going to be here forever, me trying to explain like every little detail. But yeah, you're uncertain about someone, but you know you've envisioned them in your life. You've seen them, you've had good times with them. You've opened up, you've shared some things about yourself. You've had incredible moments of bliss and flirtation and joy. But things now have started to take a turn. Something occurred with the Tower here. And it is, I hope you can, yeah, something occurred with the Tower, and why is this? Okay, please focus. There we go. Something occurred with the Tower. As you can see, these two people here staring up at the Tower. It's like something has caught their attention. And they share this thing. So this is what I'm getting with you. Something happened. Something was said. Maybe an explosive fight or something. But this is someone that you really care about, I think, or someone that you potentially see yourself spending your life with. Someone that you almost want to overcome obstacles with. Yeah, look at that. The Ace of Wands and the Fountain. There is definitely a capacity for unconditional, infinite, deep, overflowing love. Like, it's just endless with the Fountain for me, is what I get with the Fountain all the time. And the Ace of Wands here is all about, you know, passion, sexual chemistry, sexual attraction, all of that exciting stuff that comes into your life. I think that you still feel that for this situation, for this person. And I think that there is this potential to sustain. You know how some people get into relationships and get married and like they end up getting divorced because they can't sustain that love, that passion? You have that potential here, is what I'm seeing. And I think you know that. I think that you know that there's a potential for this undying love and like really true connection where, you know, you're friends but also lovers at the same time, and you're also, you know, building with each other. All of that stuff is possible in this situation. Look at that manifestation. I love how you're getting these two pink cards here clearly. So I think that this is possibly your color for 2023. Could be a good color for you to be wearing around, to feel uplifted and to manifest what you want, I think. Let's see. Okay, blossoming, beautiful. You are just getting started. So have patience with yourself and the process, and do not give up. More pink, purple-y kind of colors. So I think that what you're manifesting, so some of you, like, you like this person. Maybe you're not in a super deep connection yet, but you want to be, and maybe you're manifesting this person. Some of you maybe don't think that you're good enough. So you're, you know, you're opening up to the possibility that you are and making changes in your life. Orphans. Okay, so I can see that some of you maybe are codependent, or maybe you're dealing with someone who's codependent. Someone who just feels alone, like they've always had to deal with life by themselves, like they feel like they can't rely on someone, like people just always hurt them, or you, whichever one this resonates for. But I think that that's one of the messages for this group of people, is like, this is the kind of energy that you're dealing with. Please let me know down in the comments below what you think this orphan card might mean for you. I'm very interested in that. 9, which is the Solitude, which is the Virgo card. I see that there's a book here that she's opening. Maybe some of you guys are getting or diving deeper into your religion, seeking some spiritual guidance through books. But really, this is more so about, you know, taking the time to get to know yourself and ask these questions, these burning questions that you've had. And I'm seeing also with the Orphan card, maybe you're dealing with someone, or maybe this is you, someone who spends a lot of time alone. Like, they're maybe an introvert, maybe they're a bookworm, they like to read books, or they feel comforted with books, maybe because people let them down, but you know, they've always had books to kind of rely on. Some of you could literally be dealing with an orphan or someone who was like a foster kid, you know. Imrama, Wonder Voyage, Crossing Deep Waters, Pilgrimage, Journey of the Soul. Yeah, and look at that, 54. This card is 54. That simplifies to a 9. And you get the 9 card here with a Solitude as well. Yeah, so very interesting. And you also have 9 here with flirtation. So I think that you're just starting to have fun with yourself. You're gaining confidence, and some of you, I feel like you're some of you are young, and your heart's desire, and this is not for everybody, but I'm feeling like for somebody it is. Your heart's desire is to have a life partner. You want that, true love kind of thing. You want a true connection, a real connection, something that cannot be shaken, something that lasts, something that's true. I think that you maybe are young and you want to maybe have your first boyfriend or whatever. Like, you just have this capacity to love. You want to love. You have this strong urge to love, and maybe you're not exactly sure how. Like, there's a sense of maybe insecurity there, or questioning yourself, or doubt, and all of that for some of you, not all. So in 2023, you're really going to start to work on yourself as well, and I'm seeing this in the past few cards as well, so if you want to read those or watch those, but you're really starting to work on yourself. You're learning about what is important to you, what interests you. Maybe you're diving deep into subjects and fields that really grab your attention and pull you in. Some of you are really interested in animals and into the ocean or something like that. So in 2023, you will be reading quite a bit, or not necessarily reading, but you'll be learning. If you don't like reading, you'll be learning a lot. You'll just be following those little calls, the things that are calling your soul, kind of going, hey, look at me, over here, come here. You're interested in me, come check me out. There's something here for you. So you're following those instincts, and in a way that's flirtation, right? You're kind of flirting and dancing with life and the magical and the esoteric and all of that. I'm also getting that some of you are not exactly sure how to behave. Again, some of you are still blossoming, you're getting older, you're about to step into the real world, and you're not exactly sure how to act. Like, you have all this energy, and I'm jealous because I remember that excitement, and I still have that excitement, but with you it's so fresh. You could just be innocent. Maybe you haven't seen the more horrific parts of the world. That's fine, and I love that for you. Definitely, that's something that you can use for your advantage. Your purity is really so beautiful and calming to someone who is hurt, and maybe that's this orphan. I don't know, but this orphan is really just like this other energy that I'm not exactly sure what it is. So please let me know what you think that is. But for others of you, you're definitely working on yourself this year and manifesting that relationship that you want. It's a serious, committed relationship. I mean, this is your life partner, so it's a very big decision. You're considering all of these factors, and maybe you're picking between a few options. That you're seeing, who is a good offer. It could be that someone doesn't feel like they're good enough for you. They think that maybe you're way above their league, is a possibility. But overall, that's your message, group 3. I think this year is a year of flirtation for a lot of you. If your relationship is ended, or if you don't want to get hurt again, you're gonna step into this flirtation mode, this lighthearted approach to dating, to marriage, to seeking that person. Maybe you're gonna be dating a few people at a time. You're definitely not gonna settle. You're not going to hunker down and just put all of your eggs in one basket, because you know how that burnt you last time for others of you. But now you're really stepping into your sensuality, especially for the women out here watching and resonating with this. And I think that this is going to eventually bring that person for you that will really be the container for you, and provide for you and protect you, and to make you feel like a woman. And if you are a male watching this, like, you are going to be that man for the woman that you've been searching for. You are preparing to be that man. You're working on yourself, your emotions, learning how to manage those much better. You're working on your goals. You're getting clear on your vision. You know, women like vision in a man. It's very attractive. It makes us feel safe, like we don't have to be in our masculine, when we can trust in the lead of the man in our lives. And, you know, obviously financially that's going to be important too, but I don't think that you'll have a problem with that. But I think that things are really going to come together for you, or really start to, and that's going to gain momentum quite a bit here in 2023, especially because you have all this energy in 2023. I don't know if this is like your year or something, but something's just going on this year for you where you have this motivation. There's something that's pulling you to do the things that you've always wanted to do. Now you have the capacity to, for some weird reason, not sure what it is. Let me know if you do in the comments down below. But that is your reading, group 3. Thank you so much for stopping by and for letting me read your cards. I really appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up if you resonated and if you liked it. See you later. Hello, group 4. If you chose my strength card, the Lover's Mythology strength card, as you can see, he has a lion on his chest. Let's see what messages are coming up for you. This is your overarching energy. The letter and the birds. Okay, so straight off the bat, right off the bat, somebody is talking about you. Some discussions are happening. You're talking to people. Maybe you're sending letters. You're getting something done. And communication is a huge part of that. Egotism and inspiration. Very interesting. Let's see what that's about. Okay, so you have Justice, which is a Libra card, and the Hermit, which is a Virgo card. I'm getting lots of Hermits this time around, like with everyone. Alright, so you're kind of hunkering down. Maybe you're going Hermit mode a little bit here for whatever reason. It could be the situation that I talked about, you know, the inspiration that has suddenly started to arise in you for whatever reason. Okay, oh my gosh, another Hierophant. The High Priestess and the Hierophant. Okay. I actually look at the High Priestess and the Hierophant as divine counterparts, so that is interesting. And with the Hierophant and the High Priestess, this is a very spiritual duo. And with the Hermit and Justice here, like something very significant and deep and rich, and I want to say serious as well, is going on. And that makes sense because take a look at the card that you chose. This is a man who, and actually I remember, okay, so in the back you can see these little hands here. These are his children's hands, right? So he is faced with the task of, you know, providing and protecting his children. And he's, you know, he's got this heart, this lion where his chest is, where his heart is. And he's just, you know, looking at himself like, do I have what it takes? What am I going to do to get this done? What am I going to do to solve this issue? How am I going to be the man that I need to be for my children and my family? So it's quite a big thing, and that's kind of what I was intending to portray in this card. I forget also there's a pregnant woman in the back, so some of you could be dealing with a pregnancy. Maybe you're pregnant, maybe your partner's pregnant, your wife's pregnant, and now you're kind of getting things into order. Health, yeah, health is a big thing. I think that you're dealing with health issues as well. That's possible. Maybe you're kind of set it, or you have set your health aside for so long and trying to achieve your goals and maybe providing for other people. But this card showing up here shows me that you also need to take some energy and put that into your own health, because you could be suffering from that right now, is what I'm feeling. Ishtar boundaries. Love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. Yes, I'm actually learning this recently. Like, sometimes it's just, you just gotta say no. Poised 48, which is a 12, which amplifies to a 3. A lot of you also are writing. Writing is a huge thing for you in 2023. I think maybe journaling, or maybe you're writing letters, or maybe you're writing on your book, but that is definitely a huge thing for you in 2023. Air, breathing deep, entering into life, exchange of life-bringing energies. So I'm feeling like there's connection here, especially with the birds. I think that this is a message of speaking positively, of, I guess, giving life to a situation rather than, you know, infusing it with negativity. You infuse it with life and vitality, you know. Okay, and temptation, 15. So that's interesting. Oh, okay, wow. That makes a lot of sense. Some of you are dealing with temptation. Maybe you're in a committed relationship. Maybe you're in a marriage and you're starting to, you know, be attracted to other people. I will say that I did learn recently that sometimes when we're attracted to other people, it's because we don't feel loved by our partners. Our love language, or the way that we feel loved, is not being honored by our partners, but that's also because maybe we're not honoring our partner's love language, or maybe we're not showing love to our partner in the way that our partner receives love. So it definitely is a two-way street. Like, you know, I can't give love to you if you don't give love to me. Yes, it's pride. I could technically subject myself and offer you love and hope that you can give it to me, but at the end of the day, it's like, it's a two-way street, you know? I can't just, you know, love someone who is rude or mean or, you know, untrustworthy, like this temptation card. There's got to be a kind of trust that's built there, and I think that you can resonate with this. With the Hierophant and the High Priestess here, I mean, I think that this could go two ways. I think that this could potentially have to do with your connection with the person that you're involved with. What you have is deep, what you have is true. Your bond is like, it has depth. It's not just on the surface. Like, it's not like just looks. With temptation here, what this shows me is like you're being, I guess, distracted by looks. Maybe you're looking at porn or checking out Instagram or something, comparing yourself or your partner to them. So that's on the surface level, but what you have on the deeper level, based on my spread, is you have something deep and true and significant. This is something that you can, you know, really, really grow into even more if you put in the effort. I am feeling like for some of you, you're having an affair or you're on the brink of it. I never advise for affairs. Like, I'm not going to advise you to have an affair, is what I'm trying to say. Especially when I'm seeing the Hierophant and the High Priestess here. Like, what you have is so much valuable, but for some people it's like, oh, you only live once. Like, that's completely not my philosophy. What I value more is like this deep connection, and I feel like you have that. And this person here is feeling very tempted, right? Maybe he's looking at himself in the mirror like, what am I going to do? These feelings inside of me are so difficult to come to terms with, to deal with. And haven't we all been there? But ultimately, this is in your control. This is up to you. Whatever it is, whatever decision it is, it doesn't even have to be an affair. But this decision is ultimately up to you. You have control over that. So, you know, do what's right. You know, if you don't love this person, at least communicate it to them. You know, you don't want to ruin something so good for something so fleeting. You know, what you're seeing is clearly from the devil. This is this devil card. Devil is all about temptation and addiction and all of that. Like, the devil is literally influencing you. If you're Christian or if you believe a certain religion, you know that there are these energies that really seek, or not necessarily seek, but they're meant to distract you. They're meant to to ruin your life. They're meant to block your blessings. Sure, they can add an added, I guess, risk to it, which could be very interesting and exciting for some people. But ultimately, after that's all said and done, what you want to return to is your home. And what you have is your home here. So I think that you need to do the right thing. That's my advice, but you do you. I am seeing, though, that justice here, there is going to be karma involved. Like, whatever you choose to decide, like, that's going to have a slew of consequences. Yeah, and with egotism here, it could be a matter of, egotism, really. Maybe that's why the devil is showing up here as well. Health and the devil with the temptation. This shows me that maybe you're addicted to something that's not good for you. Porn, alcohol, drugs, whatever it is, it's time to let that go. With poise here, you have this capacity to overcome in 2023, group 4. And I think that with those choices in front of you, if you choose to, do the right thing, to put your health first, your mind, your soul, your spiritual well-being, you'll see your relationship blossom and you won't regret it, is what I'm thinking. Whatever you decide, you have the choice, clearly. And my advice, what I'm seeing from these cards, is if you make the right choice, the choice that is the most harmonious to the people around you, but also to your health, then you cannot go wrong. Like, you literally succeed. Sorry, my camera died. But as I can see here, once you make those choices, and maybe writing will help you as well, but once you make that decision that's right for you, that's the most harmonious for your relationship, for your family, for, your higher goals, setting boundaries, whether it's saying, you know what, you're being someone who is tempting me constantly, then I need to just remove myself from your presence for now until, you no longer can tempt me in this way. Like, it's literally about saying no, knowing what's good for you, walking away from the bad influences, you guys. That's your message. Some of you are heading down a path of egotism, temptation. You're destroying your health in the process, but writing, maybe reaching out to somebody that you want to talk to that you miss, or sharing your thoughts with someone, whatever it may be, journaling, writing, like, all of it out on paper, I think can really be helpful for you. And you really, in 2023, you have the capacity to be this energy, which is poise. It's an energy of victory. It's an energy of success. Like, you've finally overcome the addiction, and you'll be in a much better place. It is not good. Whatever it is that you're heading towards, this temptation is clearly, look at how the colors are very familiar or similar. The reds are coming through here in justice, so karma being involved, like, those scales are gonna start really balancing them out based on your actions. So that's something to keep in mind, you guys. But yeah, I think that you'll really come into yourself this year. If this High Priestess and the Hierophant is not about a partner or a relationship, it's about you. It's about coming to a balance within yourself, your masculine and your feminine energy. But you also get the sense of, like, coming home to yourself, being more resolute in your approach to life, your journey as well, and where you're going. So now there's a sense of confidence, and that's what I'm seeing for you in 2023, group 4. Thank you so much for watching and for stopping by. I'm so glad that you're here. Give me a thumbs up if you resonated, if you appreciate that message, and if you want more, I'm always open to some suggestions as well. Hey, group 5, last but not least, if you chose the Lover's card, I'm gonna get started with your reading. The overarching energy is Mice and the Cavalier, so this is the Rider. Okay, so it seems like things are cooling off. Obviously, I think this could be a love situation, a relationship situation with the card that you chose. With the mice here next to the Rider. Maybe things are a little bit rocky. Things are cooling off between you and your lover or your romantic interest. Possibly. Let's see what other messages come through though. Yeah, makes sense. Enthusiasm and restlessness, right? So it's like you're battling these two radical or opposing energies. In one sense you're restless, in the other sense you're enthusiastic. In one way you're like totally down and you're heading in this direction, and the other way you're also doubting yourself and pulling yourself back. So there is a lot of mixed energies. The Lover's card is a Gemini card, so you could be a Gemini or dealing with a Gemini. Doesn't have to be, just wanted to bring that up. It could also have something to do with the qualities of Gemini, right? The twins, which is interesting because you do have the High Priestess here and she's got those two columns on either side. The Queen of Cups as well, so definitely lots of emotions. You could be dealing with the Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. I think that maybe you're in the feminine energy right now, or you're the one that's showing emotion. You're very much receptive. You're in your feels, you know? Ten of Coins and the Tower. Okay. Could be some financial issues. Sudden unexpected expenses, or worrying about unexpected expenses, plans averted, moderation. Interesting how moderation is 5, and then you also get mice as 5. 23 simplifies to 5, and 14 simplifies to 5. Okay, so maybe some of you guys just need to take some space. This could be a message of space. Things could be intense right now between you and this person or this situation. And some space, just stepping back, is now coming through in your energy in these cards. Endings and beginnings. The old must be released so the new can enter. For me, I'm getting more so like this is like old skin. You know how you know how a snake sheds its skin? This is about shedding some kind of past skin, some past belief, past cycle. Serendipity, 18. Clovers could be a sign for you right now. Horses as well. I'm seeing. Okay, 7 of Wands, stand your ground. But I am seeing that moderation is here, so hold your horses on that one. And then you also have farewell to the moon. Appreciate and enjoy the lunar light and cycles. What I'm getting with this is the feminine. It's very interesting too, is because you have the Queen of Cups and the High Priestess, two very strong feminine energies, right? Arguably like two of the most feminine figures in the deck. So with the lunar cycles here, I mean, it could have something to do with your menstruation or your menstrual cycle, the emotions that come and go all throughout that, and the different feelings, the different like attitudes, thoughts, like hormonal changes, like all of that can definitely affect a relationship, right? Now, I'm seeing that with stand your ground and moderation here, maybe there is an argument or something that happened where you're not sure if you're just hormonal or you're actually feeling very strongly about something. That's kind of unfortunate because I've definitely been there, but I just feel like if you feel strongly about something, then that's you, that's how you feel. However, with the Cavalier here, which is the Rider and the Mice, it really is all about your approach. It's about how you make your point, right? I kind of want to get a clarifier for you guys. I haven't gotten any clarifiers for the other ones, but please give me a clarifier for group 5. What's going on in this situation? I'm really not getting like a huge progression in 2023 unlike all the other stacks. This is really more about your current energy. TikTok and Milk and Honey. Blessed is on the bottom of the deck. Okay. Wow. TikTok and Milk and Honey. Oof, you guys, this is a tough one. I feel like some of you are getting older. Yes. I don't, like, not necessarily everyone. It makes sense with the Queen of Cups and the High Priestess. I think some of you maybe, especially the women out there, like even the men too, or the more masculine, you guys are like, oh, I've been single for so long, like I have so many options, all of this stuff. But now that you're getting older, suddenly you're feeling more scarcity in that regard. Like you're starting to feel like your time is ticking for whatever reason. Maybe some of you thought you never wanted to have children, but you do, and that clock is ticking. Maybe you've changed your mind. Like the biological clock is kind of clear to me here. But the old must be released so that the new can enter. I think that maybe certain habits and lifestyles must be let go of in 2023 in order for you to attract what you desire. That's not super clear for some of you. You want a life partner now. You want to settle down with one person. The bachelor, the bachelorette life is no longer for you. You've changed your mind. You've grown in that sense. You've matured. For others of you, you want children. You want to start a family all of a sudden. Like it could just be because you got older, you got more mature. But yeah, it's like you, maybe you're a party person. You partied all your life. It was something that you enjoyed, but now all of a sudden it stopped being as interesting to you. You know, that is kind of what I'm getting. It's like you're totally changing who you are, or you've changed your mind on something very noteworthy and big. It's like a big topic. But it's really, I'm not getting a huge 2023 messages in like future energies, more so like how you're going to move forward from where you are right now, because you still have all these options, all these directions that you can go. I think that your main thing is this current development in your life. Well, look at that, another tower. So what happened, you guys? Please share down below. What the heck happened? Why 2 towers? Okay, the Knight of Swords, I see. Interesting. Okay, so this is interesting. All right, I see. So you've been working your ass off, right? You have focused most of your energy, if not all of it, on your career, financial success, financial stability. I think that a lot of you, I'm really tuning into more so a female, a woman who focused your time on your career, or, you know, maybe you're a lawyer or something like this. Like you're just a very career oriented person. Maybe you have always been. You know, you're successful, or you want to be, but now it's no longer making you as happy as it was. Like you want to settle down, I think. And I think there's a sense of regret. There is a message here of trying not to be regretful for what you've done. Like look at your past accomplishments. Look at what you've accomplished by choosing the life path that you have. It is not too late here. With TikTok and Milk and Honey, it's not too late. You still have time. But you do have to let go of some lifestyle habits, behaviors, attitudes to things in order to attract that thing that you want. And I really don't know what that is. For some of you, it is love. Maybe you want to be married, you want a family, or maybe you want to just do something different. Maybe like something not as typically associated with, you know, the status that you've always thought that was important to you. Perhaps the arts, something that you want to gravitate to, but there's a softening happening in your energy. Like maybe you're a woman, you're a female, and you've always been in your masculine energy. Now that you're growing into your feminine energy, then things are going to have to change. Now, if you're a guy, what I'm seeing here is also you have been working quite a bit, and I don't think that you ever understood women in your life, and maybe that's when like you've always felt like your relationships don't work too well because you never took the time to understand the woman in your life. It's like you have no appreciation for the feminine energy, for the moon. Like, so females, women are akin to the moon, right? We go through cycles. Literally our menstrual cycles are usually around 28 days, which is the same, you know, as the moon. And with the High Priestess here and the Farewell to the Moon card, the moon is a significant thing here. So I do feel like there's like a lack of connection or appreciation with the feminine, or your ideas or your perspective of the feminine is an unhealthy one. It's incomplete. And I think that's where the issue is coming from. But serendipity here is interesting. I think this is a message for you to be aware of the way that the universe and your higher self is communicating to you through symbols, the signs, and all of that stuff, whether it be songs or animals or something. Something that kind of gets your ears to perk up. Those are all signs that you're on the right path, or something is resonating with you. Okay, Guru 5, that is your message. This year is a year for you to kind of do some spring cleaning, if you will, physically and mentally and spiritually. You're making some changes to your mindset. You're accepting, you know, that you've changed. You're accepting that, you know, what you vehemently believed back then maybe is not what you believed now. Maybe someone changed your mind. But like you're open to new ideas, like you're open to something new now. And so it's just about making the space, creating the space to allow that new thing into your life. It's almost like a sense of forgiveness and humility as well. So, TikTok. But yeah, thanks for watching. Please share down below what you thought, if any of this resonated, what some of these meant for you, because I'd be very interested in hearing that. Thank you for stopping by, and I hope you have a great day, or night, or afternoon.